Welcome to Doing Stuff with Darren. I'm Darren. Let's do stuff. Today, we're going to revisit my electric sausage stuffer mod. As you may know, I broke it last week. You can see it happen on my Motorize Your Sausage Stuffer video. I was trying to stuff snack sticks through a 10mm tube into 17mm casings. The sausages were a 50-50 mix of beef and pork, and they were 5% water by weight. I was using the 4-to-1 planetary gear set. When I tried to stuff the sausages, the planet carrier broke. So I 3D printed a new planet carrier, and this time I made it pretty much solid. Today, I made a new batch of snack sticks. Again, they're 50-50 beef and pork, and they're 5% water by weight. Let's see how it went. Before I turned the stuffer on, I wanted to see how much torque it actually takes on the stuffer spline for these snack sticks. So I took a torque wrench and used that on the stuffer first. It actually did not take much torque on the stuffer to squeeze the sausage out, maybe 20 foot-pounds or so. I was surprised. I thought it would be much more than that. I'm going to revisit this next time I make snack sticks just to double check my measurements. After my torque wrench experiment, I hooked up the motor with the 4-to-1 gear ratio attached again. This time, I turned it down to 50% power before we started. And here we go. I gotta say, it's working pretty well. So this is 50 speed. That is fairly fast. Maybe when I tried it before, I just had it turned up too fast. Why don't we see what 60 speed looks like? As you can see, it worked really well. I turned it up to 60% power to see how that would work, and it worked fine. It was very quick. So that's 60 speed. I turned it down to 30% to see what would happen, and it also worked fine. It was just slow. Okay. Why don't we go down to 30 speed, see what that looks like. Just for giggles. All right, here's 30 speed. So it can go slow. If you want it to go slow, it'll go slow. I ended up doing 16 pounds of snack sticks at 50% power, and it worked great. Not too fast and not too slow. All right, let's go back up to 50. I think 50 is where I liked it. Tell you what, that worked pretty good. I am surprised. I really thought I was going to break it. I did not break it. And so we are going to have a lot of snack sticks here. This is 16 pounds that I'm making. Good times. Good times. So all it needed was that solid planet carrier to handle the torque. Let's get another. Here's the rest of these guys. Let's see here. That's the back. So again, this is 50 speed. This is 50%. It can go significantly faster than this. I don't really feel like torture testing it to see what happens if I turn it up to 100, because this is working great. Let's take a look inside of the stuffer here, and let's see how much is left. All right, let's see it. So just a little bit. So I could, I'm going to have to lower this down. I could lower that stop a little bit on this stuffer. There is a little bit of meat left in there, maybe 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. But the nice thing is this is a fairly thin tube, so you're not going to get a lot, even if it doesn't go all the way down. But I could change the stop on that. I could make it go a little lower, and it would be okay. Maybe I'll do that. Looking back, I think the reason the gears exploded last week was because I started at 100% power. Based on my previous experiment, I thought that was going to be the right speed, but it turns out that was way too fast. And that much torque was too much for the plastic gears to handle. Now the gears are stronger, and I've turned the speed down, and now it works perfectly. So I'm going to consider this stuffer project to be done. You can go back and watch my build video, and that video has links to all the 3D printable parts that you'll need for this, as well as a link to the Arduino program that runs the stuffer. If you build it, let me know how it goes for you. I hope you liked this video. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow it, and that helps out a lot. That's all I've got. I hope you have a great rest of your day.